Okay, so this is the second video I'm doing back to back. This one's involving the Desmond Bane trade. So let's just talk about that for a bit before Game 5. So, if you have not heard, Desmond Bane has been traded to the Orlando Magic. Did he have? Oh it's Gracie's friend. Never mind. Forget what I said. In exchange for 4 first-round picks, including the 16th pick in this draft. I think it's 2028, 2030, and 2026 Phoenix pick. I know that was in it, but I was trying to figure it out. Let me go to the trades real quick and just let me make sure that I get this right. 2026, 2028, 2029 protected first round pick swap in 2030. Along with the pick in this draft, along with Cole Anthony and KCP. So let's talk about it. So I did not think that Orlando was going to do this deal. I don't think anyone did. I thought they were going to go after someone like Walter Clean Jr. in the draft and just have him be the guard. But I think they just looked at Desmond Bane and just said, screw it, just bring him along. So this is, first of all, it makes sense why Orlando did this deal, right? The reason why Orlando did this deal was because they needed shooting, right? They just simply needed shooting at the end of the day, right? If I go to their stats, like only 5 guys on the team averaged more than 40% from three. Like I know that's a weird stat. I just want to throw that in the numbers. But this team was just not good at shooting the 3-ball, right? Desmond Bane's going to change that. He does so many other things besides that. He's just an overall better player than KCP and Cole Anthony, and he's going to make a really big impact on this lineup. Now, I do have some questions about this team. How are they going to handle who is the main ball handler? Do they all gel together? I'm not talking in terms of personality. I'm talking in terms of how they mesh, like on the court, like off the court. We don't know about that, but I'm talking specifically on the court. Yeah. I mean, Desmond can be the lead guy. So, my question with this trade is who's the lead guy, right? Does Paolo just get moved to the 5, and Anthony? Like, I doubt this, right? But would you put Paolo at the 5 if you can't get anyone? If you think that Anthony Black, like, I wonder what they think about Anthony Black with this trade, because there's 2 things that can happen. They're going to be a contenders in the East now. I think them and the Pacers are front runners for Eastern Conference final spots at this point, along with New York, right? But is Anthony Black gonna step up and be the lead playmaker, or is it gonna be Bane? I don't know. Like, I like the deal. Like, they're getting someone better. Although I don't think Bane is worth 4 first round picks. I think has a little bit more value than Young, but but Bane, I don't think is worth 4 first round picks, but I think the Magic were just that desperate and weren't willing to wait for the draft. I thought Bane was a 28-year-old. I thought he was 28 because I knew he was a senior in 2022. I just completely messed up my mind. He's just 26, which is younger than I expected. So he fits this timeline actually pretty well. I think all their main guys are under 25 except him, so they're gonna be good for a long time. But now that you've gone all in for Desmond Bane, which I don't think I would have done personally, I would have looked to build through the draft and make the moves when needed. But I get why they did this, because they were in a hit a barrier in the road where it felt like they hit their ceiling with this team, which makes some sort of sense. Cole Anthony wasn't going to fit under the new Desmond Bane, so it was worth this trade. And then KCP was really a throw-in, so he was a salary matcher. I do like this from a talent upgrade for Orlando. I mean, it makes their 1 through 5 absolutely loaded. Franz, Paolo, Bane, Jalen being the one, although I don't know who's going to be actually, Bane will probably be the playmaker. So, them, and then you have Wendell Carter Jr. in there. Anthony Black coming off the bench as a 6-man. I do wonder. Corey Joseph started 16. No wonder why they were shit. Corey Joseph only started 16. Not only, but he started 16 games for his team. Oh my god. But yeah, okay, I can get why they did this deal now. This deal makes a bunch more sense when looking at it. Yeah, this is a good trade in terms of upgrading the talent on the roster. But my main concern is they're really locking themselves into this window. And how are they going to be able to improve the team going forward? Right, they're going to be in the playoffs every year, right? But what happens if Desmond isn't the answer to why Orlando was the 7th seed instead of the 4 last year, right? I like the aggressiveness. I do see why he fits this team because he does a little bit of everything. Is he an all-star? I don't know if he is. He's near that fringe all-star level if he isn't. No, but ultimately at the end of the day, I can see the fit. But I feel like you're also banking on Paolo and Franz stepping up. And be actually, you know what? Franz can probably be the lead guy, to be honest with you. Yeah, I need to watch. I think this is a wait and see on how this goes. This feels like the DeJounte Murray trade to me, where we just wait and see how the fit is with Trae Young. In this case, it's Franz and Banchero. So, I mean, we'll see what happens with that. Because I'm trying to compare how will this get to the finals, like in a Pacers situation, right? Yes, it answers their shooting, and yes, they get better via subtraction, via addition, right? But is it enough? Because we're seeing in these playoffs, right? Teams have to be 15 deep in the postseason because players. I was watching Thinking Basketball, and it's got me really thinking yeah, you just straight 2 for 1, but who is like? Let me look at Orlando Magic's cap situation, because I know they're gonna be in the luxury tax, which isn't the biggest concern for me. But let's look. Okay, so 2025, 2026. Ignore that. Desmond Bane. Let's look at his contract, because I need to pull this up just for my own sake. So, Desmond Bane, I think he makes $45 million, if I'm not mistaken. Come on, just load up, you damn idiot. Come on, computer. All right, so he makes $36 million next year. Okay, that's not that bad. All right, so basically KCP and Cole Anthony. All right, 34. Yeah, that fits. So you have Franz Wagner and Jalen Suggs. You have the Paolo extension that's going to kick in soon. You have Jonathan Isaac, which, I mean, yeah, Jonathan Isaac is not as good as he once was, right? Like, he will probably have to fit. Yeah, Jonathan Isaac will probably go, if we're all being honest. They can still get better, but the draft pick trade doesn't really help them, to be honest. Cole Anthony, Mo Wagner, we'll see what he does after the injury. Wendell Carter's locked up full time, so that makes sense. So he's probably going to be their 5 if they think they can push forward with him. Goga might be traded. Anthony Black gonna get his extension. Jett Howard, I don't see him getting his extension. Tristan Da Silva, we'll see with him. So really, the only contract and only things they have are Jonathan Isaac and 2nd round picks. So I do wonder how this team stacks up with the Pacers and Thunder in terms of being deep, because really, what we're gonna see a lot more going forward based on watching these finals is who has the most depth, right? Because teams are gonna start full court pressing. I think they're gonna pick up from like the 88-foot line on the court, because the court's like 90 feet, I think, like 2 feet off the inbound line, and we're gonna see that a lot more in the playoffs specifically, not in the regular season because it's gonna wear people down, but I'm talking in terms of the postseason, just to get people off their groove, because really a lot of stars in this league, I think a majority of them do struggle when they are picked up at full court. And I'm trying to think. Yes, they're good up front, but is their depth good enough to take them all the way? And I think we saw some of that issue with the Knicks, really, where they were just tired and really gave up a lot of easy baskets to the Pacers as a result. So I like the trade on the surface because it makes their team better. But I'm thinking back to these finals, and I know each finals team is not the same. But are we in, and I'm going to use Fortnite terms, I apologize, but is this a meta? Which, if you don't know, that's just how the current strategy, right? So if I use the word meta in the future, please understand that. The meta right now is that you have to have the best 1 for 15, right? Like, obviously, your top players have got to be great, but your bottom players have to come in and contribute at any minute's notice. And yes, Franz, Jalen, Paolo, not Cole, Mo if he's healthy, Window, like what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Goga, I mean he's a backup center, but I don't. I mean, 5. I'll get. You know what? No, 1, 2, 3. I'm not counting Jonathan Isaac. He's replaceable. 4, 5, 6. And we got 7 and 8 on rookie contracts, right? Well, let's make it 9, right? Your team is like 9 deep right now. Is that fine, though? Like, is that depth good enough to win a championship? I don't know. Tristan De Silva needs to show up. Needs to improve. Jett Howard needs to stop being a bust, which I know it sounds like me being harsh, but it really isn't. It's just how he's played. Anthony Black needs to, like, there's a lot of what ifs, and I think it's what is going to happen to this team. It's going to come down to the bench, and if their bench isn't good, they're just not going to be a good basketball team. So, they're going to be a good basketball team. But I'm trying to think, is this enough to go all the way? Especially with OKC, Indiana being as good as they've been, right? I think they're going to be a lot, like near lock for the finals if they keep playing OKC at this rate, if they keep everyone and they find a way to make the roster even better, right? But ultimately, I'm just trying to think, man. Like, I'm just generally trying to think. Is Derek White? Ignore that. But, yeah. This team is good, right? They're going to get better, but how is the development of this team going to transfer from year 3 of the Banchero era to year 4? And if it's as good as it could be, which is NBA Finals, this video is a whole fucking bunch of nonsense. But I'm trying to think of how this team makes the jump from year 2, 3 to year 3 and make it similar to OKC. I don't know. Like, I think they're going to be good. They're going to be a top 4 seed in the conference easily at this rate, but I just don't know. I think I think these playoffs have made me question a lot more things in life, and this is certainly one of them. So, I mean, yeah, hopefully they're good. They're gonna be good, but is this team finals quality? I just don't know. I just don't know about the fit. I don't know about their bench. I don't know how locked in they're gonna be. Like, I generally don't know. So we'll see for how they do this season.